Today we're going to be discussing the cast of Nod-Krai, who they are, what roles they play. Let's start with Columbina, Damseluddy, the third-ranking Fatui Harbinger, said to be extremely dangerous. That's not all. Columbina is apparently the moon goddess of Nod-Krai. This isn't speculation, this is confirmation, as a new web event displays statues of her all over the region. Did someone say this a while ago? So, is Columbina Aria of the Moon Sisters and God of Nod-Krai? As a highly respected future member of the jury duty, yes.
Another day, another correct theory. Does my brilliance know no limits? Am I ever wrong? Shove those aside for now. Actually, I'm going to communicate in a manner more befitting of my prestige. Try not to get lost. Perhaps it is at long last imperative that I bequeath this prodigious intellect to the annals of scientific inquiry to offer my cerebrally transcendent faculties to the empirical realm so that I might resolve the enigmas which eluded even my most illustrious inferiors, men of marginal renown such as Albert Einstein and Sir Isaac Newton, mysteries such as the Riemann hypothesis, a tantalizing enigma nestled at the very core of number theory. It posits that all non-trivial zeros of the Riemann zeta function lie on the so-called critical line in the complex plane. Sounds quaint, doesn't it? And yet this one hypothesis underpins the entire distribution of prime numbers, those arrogant little indivisibles that refuse to follow any predictable pattern. Should it be proven true, the implications would ripple through cryptography, chaos theory, and our very understanding of mathematical order, and yet humanity remains perplexed. Tragic. I once solved it in a dream. I simply forgot how to write it down. I may even dabble in resolving the Fermi paradox, for it is statistically improbable that a mind such as mine exists alone in the cosmos, and yet here we are. Well, just like last time, there's two directions I can go in celebrating this correct theory. Take a humble monk approach and act like I've been here before, or I could don a golden jacket, sunglasses, a crown, break down halfway through while turning into a werewolf, leaving just my feet turned but the rest of my body intact, all while kicking down a door while loud music plays. Yeah, I don't really got a flair for the dramatics though. A lot of Nod-Krai's characters have been revealed, but not a lot of information. Let's talk about what we, the people, know about all these characters. Continuing on with Columbina, an interesting thing about her is the statue of sevens that display her. Despite Columbina's statues being made by scions of the far north, which I'm pretty sure refers to the Frostmoon scions, these statues of the seven are now currently being caged up by the Fatui for an unknown purpose, either to display Snezhnaya's dominance over the land, or to harness the statue's powers. This is an odd situation. I guess we'll figure that out when the game comes out. Next, let's do Flynn's, because damn it, I really thought he was Rarier of Solmari Rarier when I first saw him. What do we know about Flynn's? As evidenced by the lighthouse behind him, Flynn's is a member of the Lightkeepers of Nod-Krai. Now, given Nod-Krai is fully autonomous from Snezhnaya, they had to come up with a way to defend themselves from the Abyss. Enter the Lightkeepers, who've been here since the nation's founding. They defend Nod-Krai from abyssal attacks known as the Wild Hunt. The Lightkeepers were once a strong organization, but no longer. The members of the Lightkeepers are called the Ratniki, so Flynn's should be a Ratniki. Lovely name. Oh, this is all we know about Flynn's. Captain Varka is Grand Master of the Knights of Favonius. He famously left Mondstadt years ago with, I think it was like 80% of the knights, to uncover a dangerous secret from days long past. As a result of this expedition, his travels brought him and the boys to Nod-Krai, where he himself says he's after the moon.
I came here for the moon.
What that means, who knows, but be warned, as Grand Master, Varka is without a doubt the strongest knight in all the Knights of Favonius, being praised by even Tartaglia himself, who called Varka the Titan of the Knights of Favonius. So this brother can throw hands. This is all the important information about Varka. He knows Barbados, I guess. He knows real identity, so he's someone to be trusted. Next, let's do Durin. Durin was once a black dragon. Hey, rise up, brother. He was created by Rhine-Daughter, was killed by Dvalin, and then was fated to come back to life, but we denied it a second shot at life and instead chose to make Mini Durin, Durin's Simulanka copy, a human to replace him. So remember, this isn't the real Durin, this is Mini Durin, who's currently human Durin, and what he's doing in Nod-Krai is a complete fucking mystery. Last we saw him, he was, oh, I gotta recuperate, so this transformation was so hard on me. But given Albedo is in Nod-Krai, I'm sure he brought the boy. Sandrone is the 7th ranking Fatui Harbinger, also known as Marionettes. She is also in Nod-Krai. We don't know much about her, She really likes machines. She once had a guy's tongue cut out. These are fun facts. Her voice line in the trailer suggests she doesn't like the Frostmoon Scions. Interesting thing about the Fatui in Nod-Krai is their base. It's this big robot dome called the Paha Isle. It's presumably where she is right now, along with perhaps the Doctor? What do the Fatui want? Who knows? Maybe it's to, in vain, try to seize the firmament. We'll find out eventually. Speaking of the Frostmoon Scions, meet Llama. She is one of them. They are essentially just, a nutty bunch of people who devote themselves to worshipping the moon. They are said to have also put up the statues of Columbina, meaning they worship her. How that came about, who knows. They once lived in Hyperborea, but no longer. Next up is Nefer. We quite literally know fuck all about her. She can apparently, tell a mean story, considering Ayano told Varka Nefer is telling a story, come on down, but then Nefer told Varka a greater storyteller than her has appeared, which takes us to Nicole, witch of the Hexen Circle, immune to Irminsul changes, once a member of the Seelie race. She's now a human. Somehow. Given Seelies were just angels, I suppose it makes sense she has wings. Blah, bitch. Blah. Next up is Alice, Elder of the Hexen Circle. She's overpowered in just about every stat imaginable, quite possibly one of the most powerful beings in all of Teyvat. Interestingly, you guys have told me the paper she's carrying bear the words Aralos, Solnari, and Canon. Not sure what the fuck Aralos means, but Solnari, anyone? Hey, Rariro, Solnari, Rariro, I'm telling you, he's coming, boys, he's coming! Canon is the name of one of the Moon sisters, prior Moon sisters, probably the dead one. There's 2 dead ones, she's probably one of the dead ones. Yeah. Alice speaks of wanting to see an old friend. This is probably her coven sister, Nicole, because, Nicole's also here, and Alice really likes, the coven sisters. That's good, that's good. Kind of like, how Scaramouche was talking about how he also wants to see an old friend, or he didn't say that verbatim, but he wants to see an old friend in probably the Doctor!
It's a pity that Lesser Lord Kusanali already forced him to erase so many of his segments. The joy I would have derived from slicing them apart, one by one.
Hey, the Doctor! He's in Nod-Krai, let's not forget. And Scar, a bunch of munches come to, exchange pleasantries with him. That's good. That's good. Rounding us off are Jehoda and Ayano. Ayano is a confirmed member of the Clink Clack Bukaki workshop. However, given Jehoda looks like a mechanic and Inefa is, also just right here, I'd wager she too is a member of the Krumkaki workshop. This is all we know about these two. Alrighty, goodbye.